What's up guys, I'm back with yet another video, and this time around it is an upper body day. So for this day I did quite a few more exercises for upper body. I started off with some flat barbell bench press, and as you can see here I really took my time to set up and warm up properly. What I'm also doing here is trying to really grab my hands around that bar and basically wanting to bend the bar, as that also helps you to engage your chest a lot better. But with what I've done here today, it was all really trying on getting quality reps out. So the first couple of sets, it was all building up to a 100-kilogram bench, which then I replaced or basically increased the weight to 110 kilos for 3 sets of 5 reps each. Next up, I went to do some shoulder presses, and I'm trying to not have support from a bench or something like that, and this can be done either by standing or by sitting, and I decided today to go and do a standing variation of this, where I'm also experimenting with how to move the bar properly, as I do feel that I'm not as familiar with the entire movement when it comes down to barbell shoulder presses. So in some of these clips it might seem as if my elbows are too far out and I need to tuck them in. So at the end of this entire exercise I went to practice a little bit on a lower weight by keeping my elbows out to the sides and then tucking them in and seeing what the difference is. And I do feel that the tucking in position is a lot better and safer for the shoulder. However, I do not know which one is the best going forward. So just check it out and see if you can use this as well. Then directly after, I went to do some lateral raises. This time around I decided to have a bench and a support behind me, as I didn't want to swing too much and use too much momentum. I really wanted to focus on just activating that side delt. And by doing it like this, where it's really a strict movement, you really get a lot of contraction out of that side delt. And I would advise for you to do the same, and you don't always need to go as heavy. Of course, over time the weight needs to increase, or at least the speed at which you are doing it. Then I went over to do some dips, and I've tried a couple of variations. As this machine that I have here, these bars are not the best spread out, and there are lots of restrictions with how far you can go with your feet behind you, or if I look at the cable side, my head might be hitting the cable or the bar above. And of course, what I've been trying to do here is to try and straighten out my body, so it's a bit more horizontal, so parallel to the floor, and trying to get as much chest contractions and fibers going through working, or at least working with doing the dips. Next, I did some pull-ups, but this is it's a bit more of a neutral grip. Therefore, you can do the pull-up in a few different ways. The first one is where you contract your back a lot more and your biceps don't get as tired. Another way is where you pull more through your arms and you can really feel your biceps firing up a lot more. So see which one you want to do. I've incorporated both in different exercises, but I would say see how it goes for you. Sometimes you can also do some loaded neutral pull-ups, as you can just add plates if you have a weight belt that you can add it onto. But I feel that this is possibly the one where your back and biceps are being worked the best from all the pull-ups that there are. And then lastly, because there's not enough work being done through the chest work, which was then flat barbell press, it meant that I still had to do some tricep work, and I did some overhead cable extensions. And the reason for this is because it hits that long head of your tricep a lot better than many other exercises. Of course, you can try how high you want to put the pulley behind you and at what angle you want to pull it, but in essence you have to find the right one for you, because if you can feel the work being done even on a lower weight, you know that you are at a proper setup for you to do the exercise. So play around with it and see what works for you. I feel that this was a really good exercise and workout routine all in all for me. So guys, take what you want from this. Enjoy the rest of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.